نرجع لكم بحلقة جديدة من AAB Podcast. هالمرة عندنا ضيف جاينا من برا، بس ما راح أسولف أنا وايد عن الضيف، نقعد معاه ونسولف ونعرف شنو اللي قاعد يصير. ضيفنا هالمرة جاينا من ساوث أفريقيا، أحد سفراء سوني وشخص غني عن التعريف، وراح نتعرف زيادة عليه وعن شنو يقوله. I would like to welcome you, Mr. Ian. Welcome to Kuwait.
Thank you. It's so lovely to be enjoyed my stay so far.
Perfect thing. I heard you took a small trip today, tried some electronic things, as you told me before the podcast. Enjoying your time, I hope, and you're giving a class in Kuwait.
Yes. I think the first thing that I was that I feel like confused about is how cold it is.
Yeah.
Because I thought it's going to be warm.
Everyone hears Kuwait is a bit hot country, and then in the winter, kabow.
Yeah, it's very cold. So that was the first thing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I'm doing a workshop. At AAB.
So before we start talking about the cameras, talking about some projects you did, your experience, these things, we want to know you more. Who is Ian?
Okay. So first of all, I'm a father of 4 children. I'm married. So I'm very blessed, and I've been doing what I'm doing for about 16 years now.
Nice.
In this industry. I love being creative. It's I like to push boundaries sometimes if I can.
Yeah.
I love sport. Doesn't always look like it, but
you like sport or sport photography or videography?
No. Obviously, sport photography is also nice, but like doing
sport,
playing sport and stuff like that. I really like cycling and things like that. So
cycling is a bit hard. Like you need a high stamina. How is it? Like you guys in South Africa have a lot of mountains, I think.
We do, but there's also a lot of South Africa is like anything that you think of. You can like beautiful oceans, desert, mountains, and also flat plains. So where I live, it's quite flat.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people that cycle. We go out on roads and you can cycle for kilometers and come back. So it's anything that you want.
Yeah, for us in Kuwait, if you cycled for kilometers, you'll finish the whole borders. You won't be able to cycle all that.
Yeah, but maybe if you go on the bridge.
Yeah. You've seen it. You've seen the bridge already.
No, I would love to see it. I just saw it on the map.
Yeah.
But if you cycle to the other side and back, that will be a good exercise.
Yeah. Actually, we have a cycling ring over here. For us.
Are you allowed to cycle on the bridge?
In the bridge, actually, usually when they do it, they have security with them, like a security car behind them.
Yeah.
That secures all the cycling,
but
so no accident.
That should be very nice.
Yeah, definitely see on the sides, both of the sides, and put a 360 camera in front of you. That's a perfect day. So now if we're going to talk a bit, let's go a bit few things more. But before we tell people about the experience you have in these things, being part of Sony, we want to know, how did that happen?
So, to come back to what I'm doing and where I'm from. So I started out in this industry, actually in the wedding industry. So in South Africa, the reason for that is I picked up a camera, started doing some small documentaries and things like that. But the first commercial work I did is people were starting to ask me, can't you make a film or a video about my wedding and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then it was about 2010, then I saw, maybe I must advertise myself in the wedding industry. I looked at some actual American filmmakers in the wedding industry, and I was like, no, we in South Africa, we're not doing it the best that we can. There's so much potential. So I started there, and it grew. And in South Africa, basically we grew to a company where we, at our peak, we did about 350 weddings a year.
Ooh.
So I had big teams going out, shooting a lot. And then at a stage, Sony was looking for someone to represent in the wedding industry.
Okay.
But I've already done, obviously, commercial as well, but specifically for the wedding. And then because I was one of the biggest companies in South Africa, especially also using Sony, I was obviously a good choice for them in that regards. So then my relationship with them started. Yeah. So it was actually the wedding industry, but it's just started in COVID 2020 that I became an ambassador for Sony. Yeah.
So about 6 years now, we're entering the 6th year.
Yeah, I've been shooting with Sony for longer, but yeah.
So being officially with them is 6 years.
Yeah, as an ambassador, yes.
Nice. That's so you're into videography, cinema things you're doing,
yes,
as a DOP, and editing.
Yeah. So I've got an agency. We do basically we're a marketing agency working with brands like Sony and, for instance, Tata, the commercial vehicles, and John Deere, the agricultural companies and stuff like that. So I've got a couple of big brands, and in my team we've got videographers, editors, designers, even social media specialists. So I started the agency, but personally I'm a DOP editor. Yes.
So which one you prefer more? Where does Ian have fun?
I always say if aliens come tomorrow, and they ask me, okay, I have to do one thing.
Yes, exactly.
To protect my family, I'll probably edit.
Editing.
Yeah, probably, because I think I'm probably the best in that of all of my skills. Just over the years, I've just learned so much, and I think because there's a lot of good DOPs out there, shooters and stuff like that, and that's definitely something that I'm very good at, but I think editing makes me stand out.
Like, you did crazy projects with cameras, so we're going to talk about them in a bit. Like, let's say you did a short movie with a 50mm camera only 50mm lens?
Yes, I did.
How?
That.
Only one lens? It's so hard. Like, if anyone that works in cinematography as a DOP, choosing one lens for a whole short film, that's going to be very challenging.
Yes, and I think that's one thing I like. Like I said, I love challenges and I love to push the boundaries. So, for instance, I did when Sony came to me and said, "Listen, they've got a new 50mm that they want to advertise." We created a short film, just shooting on the 50mm, and it's difficult because obviously, especially when you want wide shots, then it becomes difficult. Because
how did you overcome this? Let's say if I'm someone listening at this and let's say I'm on a budget guy and I have a 50mm. Most people would go either to 35 or 50 as a beginning.
Yeah.
So let's say how do you overcome this? What did you do? Like tricks?
I think it's straightforward. I mean, you just, you basically make sure that wherever you shoot, there's enough room for you to move back.
Okay.
So to have space, because it's all about the space. The lens looks beautiful. It's basically something that, I think it's the closest to what your eye sees, the 50mm. So it looks amazing. It's just, if you don't have enough space, then obviously, and if there is limited space, then obviously, and you can't move, and you only have that lens, then you have to think, how are you going to frame that shot to make it work in whatever you want. So I think the best thing a young up-and-coming person can do is actually buy a prime lens.
Okay.
And just use a prime lens by moving forward, moving back, because we get lazy with our zoom
definitely.
So I think it's a great way to start, to learn how to see the angle, how to understand the frame. But it was difficult to shoot just with a 50mm, but it's one of my favorite projects, definitely.
You tried a lot of projects. I've looked around and I was like, okay, let's see some challenges did he do? What did he do? And I realized your account, your YouTube, your places is screaming the camera is not what gives you the product or the film. It's the person holding it.
Yes.
You use different kind of cameras. You use different things, and you're giving cinema level. You're given, like, let's say the A7C project. Most people would go, I think you called the movie Leap. I think Leap. Leap. So if you look at Leap, you'll go like, okay, what did he do? How did he do that? And everyone, when they think about A7C, they'll think about travel camera, something for vlogging. And then suddenly, Ian, cinema level. How? What tricks did you use? What are things like if people are trying to do these things?
Okay, so the A7C, the version 1, I mean, the version 2 now is, I wish I had that when I did that. No, I think, first of all, you have to make something look good by the environment you shoot in and the lighting that you use. So if you can know how to manipulate light, then you can make any camera look good. So I think light is
the trick.
I think light is a trick, and emotion. So to work with subjects and characters that can bring out emotion, and you as a director or DOP, if maybe you're just shooting like a director and you're the DOP in one, how to get the emotion out of a person is very important thing to learn. And so I think in that specific thing we had a nice concept, and the actor was great. She was a good dancer. I think the music also plays a part to give the emotion for the viewer as well. So there's a couple of things that you have to look at, but
mix and matching of everything you have.
Yeah, and the last is is basically the camera and the lens.
Yeah,
it's the story always comes first. Yeah, and how you bring out
and you knowing what's in your hand.
Yes,
this is definitely. We can see it in a lot of your projects. So, from all the projects you work, what was the hardest? Like the challenging.
The hardest.
Yeah. We want to know a story of this.
So I think one of the hardest. There were two projects that stands out that's really hectic, and let me say the one was a project we did for DJI. Like this handheld. I think the Osmo 7.
Osmo Pocket.
Yeah, for the phones. So,
okay.
Yeah. So one of my friends, I think you guys know him as well, Jack Crawford in South Africa.
Yeah.
So we did it together. So my company, we did the production, and I was the director and the editor of but it was a global launch. That was hectic. The reason for that is that we had a limited time, and we shot in South Africa. But like for instance, in Cape Town where we shot, the weather was so hectic. So the one morning it was supposed to be summer, then it rains and it's cold, so it doesn't work. The other day we had to go under the mountains, but the wind was so strong that the whole gimbal was shaking. It wasn't working. So it was, I think in total we shot like 15 days, basically in a row. And out of that 15, I would say half of that, everything went wrong. Basically on each scene, something went wrong. So it was one of the most stressful moments. And I think also DJI is a very nice company, but they, if like for instance Sony, the guys I work with Sony, it's much more relaxed. They give you more like freedom, like to choose the artist you work with or the character. DJI is very micromanagement, in that sense, which is also, I mean, it's they can do whatever they want, but it was a lot of micromanagement, and so the combination of everything going wrong, and then also you're not sure if whatever the character is dressing now is fine. You must wait until they approve, but the shoot needs to go on. Stuff like that. That was very stressful. So I would say that's probably one of the most hectic challenges that I was part of. Yeah.
So let's say if we take it the opposite, then, and we told you can choose only one camera and one lens to create whatever project you want. What camera and what lens? And we need to know why.
What camera and what lens?
Yeah. As Ian, what Ian likes. You don't need to go like, let's say, the top of the line, something that you would like, you'll feel happy holding.
I mean, I've been shooting the last 5 years with the FX3.
Okay.
And I don't feel like I'm missing something at this stage.
Okay.
So it's a camera that, so anything in that line, I love it. The reasons I love it is, first of all, the stability that you get from the camera shooting handheld. Because although it's nice to have big setups and things like that, I love shooting like handheld, small rigs. So not over the top. And I think the FX3 is a brilliant camera for that. The low light quality and obviously just the image quality as well. So camera-wise, that's great. Lens is tough because I love prime lenses. Yeah, it's just beautiful. And the latest like the 51.2. I mean, that's such a beautiful lens. I mean, so I would love just to shoot with that. but it's difficult because of the focal length.
Yes.
So practically, obviously, something like a 24-70 or 28-70 would practically, if I only had one lens, I would choose that. But if I yeah.
You got stuck with the lens thing.
The lens is a bit difficult, yeah. So just out of a practical side, you have to have a zoom lens because...
So you have the variety.
Yeah. I think that's probably, if I have to choose, then I'll go for something like a 28-70 f2.
And let's say if you have an open budget to do whatever you want, what is the project?
What's the project?
The Ian Dream project.
Yeah, I think I've got one or two stories that's in my head, or I've spoken to friends, and even with Sony or someone else, other companies that I would love to do. And I mean, it's going to be difficult to explain the stories now on the podcast, but I think the typical thing of having quite a big crew of 10 to 15 people, maybe about 10 actors, and going into a place like Namibia. I'm not sure if you're aware, like Namibia is a beautiful place, also a lot of desert space, but so much variety, and shoot like this short film that's in my head in that space. That will be my dream. I've got a great story, a great thing. That's just to get a team like that to go like to a place like Namibia. I love.
Is there a crazy equipment that you need, like some, or just?
I think for something like that, I would probably like to shoot on the Burano, the Sony Burano, with some cinema lenses. I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Lighting wise, I like it simplistic, but obviously you need to have big silks or something like that just to make the image as soft as possible. Yeah. So all of that comes with a bit of a crew. That's the thing. Yeah. Like you have to have people to help you. So my setup normally with smaller projects, we will be like 3, 4, 5 max, like on set, like on smallish, because we can handle it. But if it comes to that, then you obviously need something big. So no crazy equipment. I'm not a
crazy equipment guy, huh?
Yeah, I'm not a crazy equipment. It will be nice to have like a robot arm.
yeah. Oh, I've tried these things. They are crazy fun.
Have you tried?
Yeah, crazy fun. We have one in Kuwait over here. Oh. We tried it. Amazing.
Something like that could be nice, but I don't have a story for that. It's just for nice.
I just want to play with it.
Yeah, I just want to play with it. Yeah.
So since you said Burano, you tried flying a Burano. Is that right?
Have I tried flying a Burano?
Yeah, in a project. I think you did it.
So yeah, I was part of the team that we launched the Burano. Yeah. And so what happened was we created a short film, and then there was also a documentary. Yeah. The documentary team took the Burano up. So I didn't fly it myself, but obviously
I wanted to know how did it happen.
No. In South Africa, obviously, I think in Kuwait as well, the drone laws are very strict. Yeah. So it was a company that's got all the licenses and things like that, and it's a heavy camera to lift. So it was a big drone.
Specialized drones.
Yeah. So I think it was also maybe I wonder if it was a DJI. I can't remember, like one of the bigger. But in any case, the point is, it's also a big crew that needs to be involved to lift the camera like that and make sure it's...
And having that crisp shots from the sky?
Yeah, it was great. I think the Burano is one of the most perfect cameras because of that, the versatility. It's cinema level compared to the Venice. Obviously, the Venice is the flagship, but you can... As a B cam, put the Burano with the Venice, and you can lift it up. You can put it on smaller rigs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Since we're talking about cameras, let's have a bit, let's say, sneak peek to the people about the A7 IV.
Yeah.
You shot in it. You did a video for it. And yes. You're talking in the class about it. So let's give people a bit hint about this camera. How is it? How good is it? Like things about this camera. Like we want to know more about it.
I think if you go back in history, the A7, that model is almost like it's a very special model for Sony. So I think the A7 when it came out, it was revolutionary. I think even the A7 Mark II was great, and then the A7 Mark III. Yeah. I mean, that was the
controlled the market.
That was the best camera, hybrid camera ever, probably in the market. And then when the A7 IV came, it was like, okay, people said, okay, there must be an upgrade, and it was. It just built it on that, and I think again, people were like, are we going to have open gate? Are we going to have this? And the upgrade is brilliant. It's like I've got an A7 IV, I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to get the A7 V because of the upgrade. It's not like all the bells and whistles, because there's a lot of competition, but it's like such a stable, perfect upgrade in that sense. And I think the one thing that stands out, especially on the video side, is the dynamic range on the A7 V. Yeah. It is mind-blowing. For a camera like that, when you work with it in post, like in DaVinci Resolve or something like that, it's beautiful. The dynamic range is great. And things like the autofocus is again next level and a step up. So the image quality, the dynamic range, autofocus, and then the stability IBIS. The camera is just also again that step up. So I think it's a perfect upgrade from the A7 IV.
So if someone is, let's say, they're jumping from, let's say, any other camera and going to A7 V, they need to be, let's say, a cinematographer, a photographer, or just someone who's a hyper photographer or hyper videographer?
Yeah, I think if you want, as a videographer, if you want beautiful image, then the A7 V coming from anything, I think I might be corrected now, but I think it's 15 stops or something like that on the A7 V dynamic range.
Yeah.
So I mean, it compares with the Burano Plus. I mean, it's literally, and you can see it, like even if you put it against the FX3. So there's just a bit more in the dynamic range. So first of all, so you would love that. As a photographer, pre-capture, things like that, it's a brilliant photography camera as well. So I think there's a lot of things in that side that's an upgrade. So you won't be disappointed as a photographer. If you just want it for video, I think there's enough in it just for video as well. Yes, it
will give you the perfect what you need. So let's say if someone is doing the Kenya trip, the one you did, and you take videos over there, would that be an enough camera, or you need something?
Yeah, no, definitely enough. I think again, if you're doing video, that's something I will show the students as well. Is you can literally take that camera handheld. Yeah. And with a zoom lens, you can sit still, and it looks like you're on a tripod. So it's crazy. You can have like if you're in the wild, then you quickly have to shoot out of the car or whatever, and you don't have a tripod. The stability in that camera is insane. I showed something. I was at a summit in Abu Dhabi end of last year. And I had a workshop, and I quickly showed the people, and I had to film myself filming just to show them that I'm not lying. I was just walking handheld with this camera, and it looks like a gimbal. It literally looks like I'm shooting on a gimbal. Nice. Because that's us. No, obviously that also comes with experience.
That's what I wanted to ask next. Yeah. Is it the camera or you?
but someone with experience like me can make it, and I'm not the only guy that can do that. Yeah. It takes a bit of practice, but the point is the stability in the camera for video is insane, and I obviously for photography that will also help. Yeah.
So since you said in your place sitting and you have to take the camera out and shoot, let's say if a situation happened and you're stuck in the mud.
In the mud?
Yeah, didn't it happen with you guys? While in a shoot. Yeah, we want to know this story. That's why I'm asking, because we want to know what happened in that shoot.
So that was in Kenya.
Yeah, okay.
So basically, it was fun. We had to go to a farm. It wasn't Kenya for the wildlife. It was for tractors. Okay. So it was for John Deere. And then we had to go to this little farm, like kilometers on a dirt road. And at a stage, I realized we are in trouble because we're in a truck, or like a small SUV or whatever, and then we're starting slipping and things. And I was like, I don't think we're going to make it. And at a stage, what do you call it's a bucky? We call it like a truck with a...
We call it over here 1.8.
1.8?
1.8 we call it in Kuwait. 1.8. As 1.8. 1.8.
1.8. Okay, so let's the 1.8 got starting to get stuck, and then at a stage it was just too much, and then I told everybody just to climb. So I climbed out of the car or the 1.8 because I'm big. I thought maybe I'm the problem because I'm heavy, and some of my team was still at the back, and then I just filmed them. I think that's what you saw. Them at the back, but after that they also climbed out, and then we tried to push. I'm not sure if we came out. I think someone else had to pick you guys up. And then a little tractor or something came to try and pull them out. Yeah.
How was the cameras? That's the question of everyone.
It's FX3, so it was 100% fine.
Perfectly done, huh? No effects.
No effect.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask random questions.
Okay, cool.
And you'll answer with one word.
One word.
Yes.
Okay.
So you'll answer this or this.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to talk about why.
Okay.
Okay? Prime or zoom?
Prime.
Okay. Handheld or gimbal?
Handheld.
Okay. Video or photo?
Video.
Okay. Cinema cameras or hybrid cameras?
Hybrid.
Ooh, we need to talk a lot about this. Okay. You like to shoot on like pre-colors, presets, or cine?
Do you mean like S-Log 3?
Yeah, like
S-Log. Yeah, S-Log.
So you like coloring. What's your best program for editing?
DaVinci Resolve.
DaVinci. Okay. So I think everyone, they want to know. Okay, Prime we know, handheld we know. Why hybrid? I was shocked with this answer. I thought you were gonna give me like as a DOP, you'll go with let's say cine cameras.
It's with cinema cameras. There's always a lot involved. So you always you need a first AC. I mean, if you want to take it serious, like cinema lenses and I mean, like the Burana has autofocus, but you're gonna have a focus puller or something on set. So when it comes to that, the teams becomes much bigger. So everything becomes slower. Yeah. But it's worth it at the end. But everything is slower. The jobs that I do, what I like to do is fast and to create something that's up there, but we need to create it in probably we don't have that time. So it's very seldom that we have, like, let's say 2 or 3 weeks that we can just shoot on one project. It's like normally 1 or 2 days, 3 days. So so smaller cameras, the hybrid cameras, it's
easier for the one-man show.
Easier for the one-man show, or even a team of 3 or 4 people. Yeah.
So why handheld?
Again, it's faster. It's there's a place for gimbal, definitely. So obviously you can't replace that. But if you have stability and if you can maybe just build up the camera a bit heavier, just to give that handheld feeling, I think that look I like. So and to try and use a gimbal like that and quickly change to there, it's difficult because the gimbal don't want to go wherever you want to point.
It wants the programming, not what you want.
Handheld is you're in control. But if you can't do it like properly, handheld is an art. Yeah. Not everybody is good. Not everybody
can shoot stable.
It's not. Maybe I'm not sure if it's a core or something. but people
shaky.
Yeah. So if I work with if I edit footage and someone shot handheld that I know can't shoot handheld, then I'll probably talk to them and say,
That's a good gimbal. Use this.
Yeah, use a gimbal. So there's definitely a place. I'm not against gimbal. But your favorite is? You favor handheld. It's easy and fast, yes.
So why do you use DaVinci?
I come from Premiere.
Okay.
And the biggest reason I moved was about 3 or 4 years ago. I wanted to. I'm not. I wanted to cut my wrist off. Like, I don't know if I can say that, but there was so much issues with Premiere at that stage. Like it was bombing out the whole time. And at a stage, I just felt that's also the time that I went over to Mac. So I was also always a PC guy.
Yeah.
I went over to Mac. That helped a bit, and then I started using DaVinci. And at a stage, I was just like, okay, let me just do one project in DaVinci, and from there, I'm hooked. It's obviously the color grading, but it's not just that. It's the stability, and I think when I work on Premiere now, I feel like, whoa, everything is like not confusing, but it's because you can change your layout, you can do a lot more of Premiere in that sense, which sounds good. But now when you are a lot of editors working together, now I'm set up like this. I go to that guy and I'm like, what's going on here?
Where is my buttons?
Where's my buttons? So where DaVinci is more a bit of a structure. Yeah. So maybe that came with age, that I'm like, I just want everything to be at the right places. So and it's a powerful program. It's I love it.
So let's say if we have young photographers, young videographers who are starting now, what would they get from Ian? Like, let's say, what do you recommend for them to do?
Like starting out their business, everything.
Fresh people. Fresh people.
I think if I could mentor someone, then there are maybe 3 things that I would like to teach them. First of all, and that's why I feel so embarrassed that I was a bit late today, is trust. If you can't, if people can't trust you, then they won't come back. The client won't come back. Or if you work as a freelancer for someone, or even at your job, they won't use you again. Or so if there's a young person coming into my company, the first thing that I want to teach them is, I want you to be able to go out to a shoot and be trustworthy, and you can represent me as a company. So that's something, before touching the camera, there's something personal. You have to be trustworthy. I think that's the first thing. The second thing, if it comes to just technical things, is learn how to use music. I think music is such a powerful tool. Obviously, it has nothing to do with when you shoot, but if you're in the video world, even in social media, music is the thing that can grab attention. It's the thing that can create emotion. I mean, we're looking at this A75 launch here at the back. That whole concept is based on the music. So it brings a feeling. It can bring the story to front. So that's one thing. A lot of young people or people that start out, they just throw in any type of music under the edit and think that will work. And that's such a speciality that you need to learn. And I think the last thing that I try to teach my people is to just think a bit out of the box. So especially with framing, when you shoot, why are you shooting this direction? Can't we change it to look more artistic, or just to not to be like boring? Try and get an angle or something that's just out of the ordinary.
Not a copy paste from everyone what they're doing.
But that comes last. I think first personality and then story, and music is part of story. Yes.
So you heard it from Mr. Ian. Fix yourself first and then start the camera business.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ian. It was a lovely, light podcast. I hope people go to your class, whoever saw it, and they'll learn a lot of things about media, about the cameras, and about these things.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've got I've got a lot of experience with launching cameras. So I think we've done about 20 plus launches for Sony now in this last 6 years. So yeah, I'm very happy to teach people and show them what we do and why we do it. Yes.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for the podcast.
Appreciate it.
يعطيكم العافية ونشوفكم بحلقة جاية.